Thanks, Rory.
All right. Let's play a tune, shall we?
Yeah.
And then we'll play another one. All right. Just two really long ones. That's all I'm gonna do. Like symphonies, you know, they last a long time. All right, here we go. Let's do Avalon in F. Okay. All right. Well, I'm glad to be here. It's thanks everybody for coming out on a Tuesday evening. It's pretty much literally the only day I have free between now and October sometime, and I can't really even say I have it free because I'm here. So, we're just gonna play a little variety of stuff in different genres and styles because that's what I'm into the most. It's one of the things I like most about Nashville is people think of it as country music, but there's all kinds of music here. You know, I get to play with bluegrass bands, and I get to play jazz, and I get to play country, and I get to, you know, there's just so much that's here. So I get to participate in a lot of different things, and Frank had mentioned at the end of the little talk there that he was given that I recently got to be in a movie, and that's because I was working on the soundtrack for the movie with T-Bone Burnett. Some of you might know that name. He has done a lot of album productions, and he did the music for the Oh Brother Where Art Thou movie, quite a few different movies and stuff like that. So I was working on the soundtrack with him, and the director for the movie came to observe and kind of throw his input in for when we were in the studio, and that's when he saw me playing and decided it would be fun to actually cast me as one of the musicians in the movie. So that movie will probably not come out for another year yet because we just filmed it back in July. But that was a fun thing that I can now say that I got to do. And the star of the movie is Matthew McConaughey, and he's playing mandolin on some of it, and he's playing accordion on some of it. So when you watch the movie and you see him playing accordion, you'll see him playing it, but what you'll actually be hearing is me playing it. And so that was kind of funny. The accordion that they had for him to play on didn't actually even have any reeds in it, so that way he could just pretend to be playing. But anyhow, whenever I tell that story, I kind of feel like I ought to do this song. They're gonna put me in the movies. They're gonna make a big star out of me. Make a film about a man who's sad and lonely. All I gotta do is act naturally. Well, I'll bet you I'm gonna be a big star. Might win an Oscar, you can never tell. The movies are gonna make me a big star, 'cause I can play the part so well. Hope you'll come to see me in the movies, and I know that you will plainly see the biggest fool ever hit the big time. All I gotta do is act naturally. So the little story about how come I play guitar the way I do is I was, 3 years old when I began to play, and I couldn't wrap my hand around the neck and hold it up, and do it the way people usually do it. But I could, just plop the guitar on my lap and just push down on the strings and change notes. And so I started to realize, hey, I can change notes that way, and I started figuring out little chords. Like my first G chord was just one finger, Okay, perfect, that's a chord. My first C chord was just one finger. Perfect, I got a new chord, and that's just kind of how I did it, is just kind of started experimenting with how it all works, and then I got the idea to put two fingers down and more fingers, and so that's kind of how I developed my way of playing. And by the time I was old enough to learn the conventional way to do it, I was far enough along doing it my way that I didn't feel like starting all over again. And so that's the story on that. And it does afford me some unique possibilities because, I can put my thumb, reach a big chord that other people couldn't reach, or the opposite way, put stuff up here and then put, that go that way, so I can make really interesting chord shapes that other people just can't, other people cannot reach that chord. It's just not a chord that is accessible playing it the conventional way. So anyhow, that's a little bit of that story. And for those of you who are guitar players and are wondering, it's standard tuned guitar. Just, anybody could pick it up and play it. It's just a regular guitar, because I learned on my grandpa's and my dad's guitar. And so they just had regular guitars around, so there's no special modifications to it or anything. It's just how I do it.
Amazing.
If you love me half as much as I love you wouldn't worry me half as much as you do. You're nice to me when there's no one else around. You only build me up to tear me down. If you miss me half as much as I miss you, you wouldn't stay away half as much as you do. To do a solo spot on the Grand Ole Opry. I'd performed there a few times, working, as a background musician for other people like Skaggs and Riders in the Sky and Kathy Mattea and whatnot. But the first time I ever got to go there and play my own thing in the circle as the kind of featured person, I did that song, and. Because for me, the way I do it, it kind of mixes the jazz and the country side of things. Because it's a Hank Williams song, but I don't think Hank done it that way. And so I kind of did the jazz version of it, and I figured, this is a way I can get away with doing some jazz because I'm on the Opry and I'm doing a Hank Williams song. So they can't be mad at me for coming on the Opry and playing Hank. But if I give it a little bit of a jazz flair, so it worked. I got a standing O that night, which doesn't happen on the Opry too often, so that was fun. I think that's gonna kind of be my approach tonight, is just kind of do a variety of the stuff I like and tell a few little stories about them, and so I'm gonna put the guitar down and grab something different. And I'm going to have a sip of water. All right. So now I'm going to grab an accordion.
Yeah.
As Frank mentioned, I grew up on a cattle ranch in North Dakota, and the Scandinavian and German culture heritage is predominant up there. And so I grew up playing accordion a lot with my grandpa and some of his friends. My musical tastes have always been much older than I am. My peers, musically, my peers were people who were like 60 years old, and when I was like a teenager, I just always did. I always just gravitated toward older forms of music, and I played, a lot of polkas in that time, and I never thought I would move to Nashville and find myself in 2 polka bands. But it has worked out that way. I currently tour with 2 different polka bands. One is Alex Meixner. In fact, I'm getting on the plane Thursday morning to go do a polka festival in Cleveland with him. And I also work with Molly B, who had a show for a long time on RFD TV. I think it's still playing, the Molly B Polka Party. Yeah, so it's funny how things kind of come full circle like that. You know, that was not what I thought would happen when I moved to Nashville. I didn't think accordion would be such a big part of what I do here in Nashville at all. But it turned out to be. I get a lot of work as an accordion player. And that's because there are, 5,000 really good guitar players in Nashville and about 5 good accordion players, maybe fewer. And so I've kind of found that niche. It kind of worked out for me that way. So anyway, there you go.
Somebody's calling.
I mean, you might as well just play along, right? So I thought it would be fun to play one of the tunes that I used to play back when I was a kid. This is a Swedish. No, it's Finnish. It's Finnish. And so I'm not going to finish with this one. Don't worry. But yeah, get used to it. There's more of that one. I actually submitted. There was a contest for puns, and I actually submitted 10 of my favorite puns to this contest, hoping I would win. Unfortunately, no pun intended. All right, that's enough of that. Somebody will get that tomorrow. I'll be like, what? Oh, okay. This one is called Sakkajarven. Say that 5 times fast. Sakkajarven, 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 Sakkajarven. 1, 2, 3. Sakkajarven. Now you know how Sakkajarven goes.
What does that mean?
It means Sakkajarven. That's all I know. My Swedish is not good. Or Finnish. This is a digital accordion, so it can sound like a few different instruments, not just accordion. And I'm gonna do one now that I played downtown at Robert's Western World a whole lot, or over at the Nashville Palace. And am I gonna have to play my ringtone song again? Alright, here we go. This one is called Behind Closed Doors. It's by Charlie Rich. My baby makes me proud. Lord, don't she make me proud. She never makes a scene, hanging all over me in a crowd. But people like to talk. Lord, don't they love to talk. But when they turn out the lights, I know Kelly's leaving with me. And when we get behind closed doors, then she lets her hair hang down, and she makes me glad that I'm a man. For no one knows what goes on behind closed doors, but you can probably guess. Makes me smile. Lord, don't she make me smile. She's never far away or too tired to say, don't forget to switch out the laundry before you go to bed. She's always a lady, just like a lady should be. And when we turn out the lights, she's still a baby to me. And when we get behind closed doors, then she lets her hair hang down, and she makes me glad that I'm a man. For no one knows what goes on behind closed doors. hanging over a cardboard sea. But it wouldn't be make-believe if you believed in me. It's only a canvas sky hanging over a muslin tree. But it wouldn't be make-believe if you believed in me. Without your love, it's a honky-tonk parade. Without your love, it's a melody played in a penny arcade. It's a Barnum and Bailey world, just as phony as it can be. But it wouldn't be make-believe if you believed in me. Without your love, it's a melody played in a penny arcade. It's a Barnum and Bailey world, just as phony as it can be. But it wouldn't be make-believe if you believed in me. If you believed in me. We've heard enough of accordion for a while. And just check, see where I'm at in terms of time. All right, cool. I'm going to grab a guitar again and it's time to do one now that I made up out of my very own head.
Yeah.
And this one's kind of a summertime song because it is August after all. And I wrote this back in quite a long time ago, probably around 2001 or 2 when I wrote this one with a friend of mine.
What album is it on?
It's on my fishing album. And it's called I Should Be Fishing. Imagine that, the title track. This is it's about a guy whose day is just not going all that good. Everything's going wrong for the poor guy, and he just wishes he could get away from it all and go out and fish. So this is a summertime song available on a CD near you, which we will talk about more as we get closer to break time. But anyway, here's I Should Be Fishing. The highway was full of tar, time to go and wash my car. When I'm through walking blue, still a list of things to do. Dirty dishes in the sink, coffee pot is on the blink. I don't belong in this kitchen, I should be fishing. I get to work at 8 a.m. every day, traffic jam. I'm overworked, underpaid, haven't ever seen a raise. Stale donuts every day, there must be a better way. Lost my date for dinner again, I should be fishing. Casting out and breathing in, setting my hook again. I just can't stop from wishing I could be on that water. I should be fishing. Well, it's 100 in the shade. I just ran out of lemonade. Old truck's got a flat, ain't no spare in the back. Heater stuck it on, both the window cranks are gone. Now I hear the engine missing. I should be fishing. Casting out, reeling in, setting my hook again. I just can't stop from wishing I could be on that water. I should be fishing. I got an 18-foot Warrior boat, CD with hand remote, 200 on the back, kicker pulling up the slack, live well on the floor, comfy leather seats for four, coolers to put the beer in. I should be fishing. How I wish I was a casting out and breathing in, setting my hook again. I just can't stop from wishing I could be on that water. I should be fishing. There it is. All right. Well, while I'm doing it, I might as well just do another one of my own. This one is about written around that same time period, and it's about Nashville and what Nashville, the impressions I got of Nashville as a visitor to Nashville. When I was still living in South Dakota, I would come here to do some recording or to be part of different things, but I hadn't yet moved here, and so I would come visit, and I'd spend some time down on Broadway, and the musicians, the bands playing in all the different bars, working for tips, and much like is still happening today down there, but even more chaotic now than it was back then, for sure. But I wrote a song. A buddy of mine and I, we co-wrote it, and it's called Nashville Nights, and it's just kind of about the impressions that he and I had of Nashville as a visitor, and contemplating the idea of moving here at some point. So we'll go ahead and
Get arrested for disturbing the peace. It was a nice, quiet neighborhood till they moved in.
Good job. Thank you.
okay. So this one's called Nashville Nights. Key of E. We're going to be in the key of E. For those of you who brought your kazoos along, feel free to leave them in your pocket. Here we go. 2, 3, and... I was walking down the streets of Nashville, enjoying all the sounds and sights. Stopped a while at Gruen's guitar store. I know I must have played at least a dozen or more. Ate some barbecue ribs parties. They're playing at the bar just for tips in a jar. Down on Broadway they love country life. Nashville nights, talking about Nashville nights. The city where country music made its name, and all the great players try to get in the game, hoping someday they'll see their name in lights. I love Nashville nights. I heard a smoking guitar at Legends Corner, watched lovers swinging out on the floor. Over at the Ryman, Elvis was king. I signed at the Bluebird for a chance to sing. Hall of Fame to black piano. Bought a latte at Sip of Seattle. They let me play for a while, and then I left with a smile. Didn't want to take that homebound flight. Nashville nights, talking about Nashville nights. The city where country music made its name, and all the great players try to get in the game, hoping someday they'll see their name in lights. I love Nashville nights. The Grand Ole Opry is going strong. Country music legends still live on. Music City magic can make you a star. I'm praying someday that I might be a part of those Nashville nights, talking about Nashville nights. The city where country music made its name, and all the great players try to get in the game, hoping someday they'll see their name in lights. I love Nashville nights. Nashville nights. All right. Let me just see where I'm at in terms of time. How late are we going?
We can go ahead and take a break if you want to do one more.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'll go ahead and do one more. I'll grab a different instrument because why not? And during the break, my honey has CDs that you can take me home with you for only $15. Well, you can take a CD of me home with you for $15. And all right,
We take cash and Venmo and Bitcoin.
there you go. I'd love for somebody to pay me in Bitcoin one of these days. That'd be fun. All right.
No.
Ooh, I think I'm pretty flat. Can you give me an A? Yep. I swear this was in tune a year ago. This was made for me, this mandolin was made for me by a friend of mine, Dan Voigt, who lives here in town. and he builds mighty fine instruments. So I've wanted one, and he wanted me to play one of his instruments. So we worked out a thing, and it's a mighty fine mandolin. Anyway, we're gonna just do one more song, and we'll take a little break. Blue moon of Kentucky, keep on shining. Shine on the one that's gone, proved untrue. Blue moon of Kentucky, keep on shining. Shine on the one that's gone, left me blue. Blue moon of Kentucky, keep on shining. Shine on the one that's gone, proved untrue. Blue moon of Kentucky, keep on shining. Shine on the one that's gone and left me blue. Well, it was on a moonlit night, stars shining bright. Whisper on high, your love said goodbye. Blue moon of Kentucky, keep on shining. Shine on the one that's gone and proved untrue. Shine on the one that's gone, say goodbye. Blue moon of Kentucky, keep on shining. Shine on the one that's gone and make me cry. Well, it was on a moonlit night, stars shining bright. Whisper on high, your love said goodbye. Blue moon of Kentucky, keep on shining. Shine on the one that's gone and left me blue. Keep on shining. Shine on the one that's gone, proved untrue. Blue moon of Kentucky, keep on shining. Shine on the one that's gone and said goodbye. Well, it was on a moonlit night, stars shining bright. Whisper on high, you said goodbye. Blue moon of Kentucky, keep on shining. Shine on the one that's gone and left me blue. Shine on the one that's gone. We'll be back in a little bit. I'm an old cowhand. I'm from Dakota land, but my legs ain't bowed and my cheeks ain't tan. I'm a cowboy who never saw a cow, never roped a steer, 'cause I don't know how. I sure ain't fixin' to startin' now. Yippee-i-oh-ki-yay, hey, yippee-i-oh-ki-yay. I'm an old cowhand. I'm from Dakota land, and I learned to ride before I learned to stand. I know every trail in those Midwest states, 'cause my GPS map is up to date. I try to show up early, but I'm usually late. Yippee-i-oh-ki-yay, hey, now you have to listen to me play. I'm an old cowhand. I'm from Dakota land, and I come to town just to hear the band. I know all the songs that the cowboys know about the big corral where the dogies go. I learned them all from Spotify, you know. Yippee-i-oh-ki-yay, hey, yippee-i-oh-ki-yay, can you help me? Yippee-i-oh-ki-yay, hey, yippee-i-oh-ki-yay, everybody, yippee-i-oh-ki-yay, hey, yippee-i-oh-ki-yay, not just the ladies, yippee-i-oh-ki-yay, hey, yippee-i-oh-ki-yay, not just the gentlemen, yippee-i-oh-ki-yay, hey, yippee-i-oh-ki-yay, now all the non-binary, yippee-i-oh-ki-yay, hey, why does that get a laugh every time? Hey, hey. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
It's hard to follow that.
Yeah, I have to follow myself.
You did that job. You're outstanding in your field.
Just like Steve.
All right. I'm gonna lay around the shack till the mail train comes back, rolling in my sweet baby's arms. Well, I ain't gonna work on the railroad, ain't gonna work on the farm, gonna lay around the shack till the train come back, rolling in my sweet baby's arms, rolling in my sweet baby's arms, rolling in my sweet baby's arms, gonna lay around the shack till the train come back, rolling in my sweet baby's arms. Well, I know your daddy, he don't like me. He drove me away from your door. If I had my life to live over again, well, I'd never go there anymore. Rolling in my sweet baby's arms, rolling in my sweet baby's arms, gonna lay around the shack till the mail train come back, rolling in my sweet baby's arms. Well, where were you last Saturday night? While I was lying in jail, you were walking those streets with another man, and you wouldn't even go my bail. Rolling in my sweet baby's arms, rolling in my sweet baby's arms, I'm gonna lay around the shack till the mail train come back, rolling in my sweet baby's arms. Well, I'm rolling in my sweet baby's arms, rolling in my sweet baby's arms, gonna lay around the shack till the mail train come back, rolling in my sweet baby's arms. I'm gonna lay around the shack till the mail train comes back, rolling in my sweet baby, rolling in my sweet baby, rolling in my sweet baby's arms. All right. Well, I think it's about time that I do another one that I made up out of my own head.
Yeah.
And this one is on my Tour de Fourth album. And it's a kind of a double entendre name because it's my fourth album. And it is a tour of all the kinds of music that I like. There's polkas on there, there's western swing, there's country music, there's Brazilian choro, there's some gypsy jazz, there's some bluegrass. So it's just like a tour through all the different kinds of things that I'm interested in. And so I call it Tour de Fourth. And anyway, this is another song that I made up, kind of about Nashville. This one takes a little bit different approach. This one is about a guy who hears his song on the radio for the very first time. And I've had that experience, and it's pretty cool because you know, you're listening to the radio and all of a sudden a tune came on, that's your tune, and you get all these like, oh, I wonder how many people are listening to it right now, and I hope everybody likes it, and boy, is this going to turn into something. And you know, it's kind of there's a lot of emotions that happen the first time you ever hear something that you put a lot of your time and effort into on the radio. And so this is a song that I wrote called "I'm Giving Up My Day Job Because I Just Heard My Song on the Radio." Kivaf. I'll come in on the end of 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, hello, baby. Yeah, I know it's late, but I got some news that just couldn't wait. All of my life, you know, I've had this dream of making it big in the music scene. I'm all through working for minimum wage. I'm tired of living in this tiny cage. My life's turned over a brand new page. It's time for me to take the stage. I'm giving up my day job because I just heard my song on the radio. It nearly made my heart stop. I just had to call and let you know. No more working for nickels and dimes, cause I'm gonna hit the big time. I'm gonna quit my day job cause I just heard my song on the radio. I'll be rubbing shoulders with the biggest stars, have a private chauffeur and all the fancy cars. Everybody's gonna know my name. I'll be living it up, enjoying all the fame. I've done my last shift waiting on tables. I'm gonna be signed to a major label, a #1 record I'm willing and able. Hell, now I'll even be able to afford cable. I'm giving up my day job cause I just heard my song on the radio. It nearly made my heart stop. I just had to call and let you know. Everybody's gonna know about me. I might even have a show on CMT. I'm giving up my day job cause I just heard my song on the radio. Well, you're wondering, what about us? I was hoping that you'd come along. I'll have a great big tour bus, and you can help me write my next hit song. I'm gonna quit my day job cause I just heard my job on the song on the radio. It nearly made my heart stop. I just had to call and let you know. Together we can make this dream come true, because I know that you hate your job too. I'm gonna quit my day job cause I just heard my song on the radio. Yeah, I'm giving up this day job cause I just heard my song on the radio. another song you can take with you when you leave tonight. I still have some CDs left out there, and everybody, thanks so much for coming. And anybody got a request of something that they've heard me play before that they want me to do?
Smoky Mountain Rain.
Oh, you want me to do that one? Okay. Yeah, I can do that one.
How much your request?
Yeah. I'm gonna put the guitar down. I'll grab the accordion again for this one. Okay.
Rory has a genius pocket, in case y'all were wondering.
Yep.
Who that is, or is it like a nymph? What is it? Like Tinkerbell?
Okay. All right, so Mr. Ronnie Millsap is doing his final farewell concert. Is it next week?
It's Bridgestone, October 3rd.
Oh, in October. Yeah, he's calling it quits after a long career, and I've been a Ronnie fan for most of my life. We had a 8-track tape of his that we would listen to all the time when we were traveling up and down the road when I was a kid, playing music with the family band. We had a motorhome with an 8-track player in it. And this is one of the records that got played a lot from Ronnie Millsap. And this one's called Smoky Mountain Rain. I thumbed my way from LA back to Knoxville. I found out those bright lights ain't where I belong. From a phone booth in the rain, I called to tell her I've had a change of dreams, I'm coming home. But tears filled my eyes when I found out she was gone. Smoky Mountain rain keeps on falling. I keep on calling her name. Smoky Mountain rain, I'll go on searching. I can't go on hurting this way. She's somewhere in the Smoky Mountain rain. I waved a diesel down outside a cafe. He said he was going as far as Gatlinburg. I climbed up in the cab, all wet, cold, and lonely. I wiped my eyes and told him about her. I've got to find her. Can you make these big wheels burn? Smoky Mountain rain keeps on falling. On calling her name. Smoky Mountain rain, I'll go on searching. I can't keep on hurting this way. She's somewhere in the Smoky Mountain rain. For letting go, a woman needs someone warm to hold. I feel the rain rushing down my face. I'll find her no matter what it takes. Thank you. All right, checking the time. I got about 6 minutes left or so. I'm gonna play one more on the mandolin just because I brought it, and then one last one on guitar, and we'll call it good for the night. Let's do Kentucky Waltz.
Okay.
In D. 1, 2. We were waltzing one night in Kentucky, 'neath a beautiful harvest moon, and I was the boy who got lucky, but it all ended too soon. As I sit here alone in the moonlight, I can see your smiling face, and I long once more for your embrace in the beautiful Kentucky waltz. I was waltzing one night in Kentucky, 'neath the beautiful harvest moon, and I was the boy who got lucky, but it all ended too soon. As I sit here alone in the moonlight, I can see your smiling face, and I long once more for your embrace and the beautiful Kentucky waltz.
How about a gospel one more?
Okay. Well, if we want to go there, yeah, I can do something. I might as well do something like that on the mandolin while I've got it. shore. I'll fly away. I'll fly away, oh glory. I'll fly away. When I die, hallelujah, bye bye. I'll fly away. When the shadow of this life is gone, I'll fly away. Like a bird from prison bars is flown, I'll fly away. I'll fly away, oh glory, I'll fly away. When I die, hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away. Just a few more weary days and then I'll fly away to a land where joy shall never end. I'll fly away. I'll fly away, oh glory. I'll fly away. When I die, hallelujah, bye bye. I'll fly away. When I die, hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away. All right, we're a couple minutes over, but I'm going to do this last one that Frank wanted me to end with.
Don't forget CDs available after the show.
Don't forget, CDs available after the show. Georgia, Georgia, the whole day through. Just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. Georgia, Georgia, a song of you comes as sweet and clear as moonlight through the pine. Other arms reach out to me. Other eyes smile tenderly. Still in peaceful dreams I see the road leads back to you, Georgia. sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. Other arms reach out to me, other eyes smile tenderly, still in peaceful dreams I see the road leads back to you, Georgia, Georgia. No peace will I find, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. Just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. All right, thanks everybody for coming.